everybody, and welcome back for some more 17. We are currently running Season 3 of the Dafuge Challenge, approaching the midpoint of the season. This is our second season in the VNL, and we are doing fairly well. We are 14th on the table currently, but we do have 2 matches in hand. And 6 points from those 2 matches, if we were to get them, would be enough to put us up in 7th at the midpoint of the season. We've just got knocked out of the FA Cup in a televised replay at home to League One Oxford. A 2-1 loss, however, was not a very bad match, considering the opposition we were up against. So very pleased with that. That gives us 2 back before that loss. Our league loss came against first place Barrow and against the leading striker in the league, who we held in check for almost 80 minutes. He is now up at, as of that match where Barrow beat us, he had scored 17 goals in 21 appearances, including ours. But we did hold them in check for nearly 80 minutes of the game. They got a goal on the counterattack. And just a couple minutes before that, Ferguson coming on, opportunity to actually give us a lead, but scuffed a shot just inches wide and gave us our first loss in 12 matches. Then we went and had the FA Trophy, a match where we took care of Newport County after losing to them earlier in the season, 1-0 away. We went away for the FA Trophy, and Cunningham with a hat trick and a FA Trophy second round play against either Barrow, the team that we just lost to, or Guiseley, who I believe are down in the south, or maybe even below. I think they're in the south. Or north in this case, the regional leagues. So I expect Barrow to win that, and that will give us a third match against Barrow this season. It will be I think it's an away match regardless. Yeah, it would show home if it was a home match. So it's going to be an away match versus either Barrow or Guiseley in the second round. And then we had, of course, the FA Cup second round replay, televised versus Oxford. Left us in a decent spot financially, almost 200,000 quid in the bank. And we have an average loss of about £20,000 a month. Last month we had an income of 57,000 and an expenditure of 77,000. So on average, I expect we're losing about 20,000 quid a month. So we're in really good shape to finish the season in. Let us jump in. Oh, shoot. Well, apologies for this. I once again did not sim forward before starting the recording. So I'm going to go ahead and get forward real quick. I don't want to stop the recording, so I'll get through this as quickly as possible. Looking at some match reports here. Get some further scout updates from these players that were just recommended to me. Again, for those following along, the only way I will sign players is once they get either come up through the normal scouting procedures, or in the case of these 2 players now, as recommendations from my coaching staff. Okay, I don't need to scout the FA Cup anymore, so we're going to go ahead and save some time for the scouts here. The few scouts that I have. Record attendance broken by Chippenham, 2,810 in that home match televised. Now, how many of them were home fans? There weren't a lot. Let's take a quick look if we can. I might have to go to the match view. Let's take a quick look. Most of them were away. 1,100 of them were away. Wow, we managed 1,400 home fans? Or 1,700 home fans? Where are all those fans during the season? My God. And gate receipts records. So a couple records broken. Martin's Progress. Leading player North-South, that hasn't changed. Potential Sky Bet League 2, I don't think that's changed either. He is the one player that I'm pretty sure had League 2 potential. I still have half a dozen, 7, 8 or so with VNL potential, but no current abilities of VNL. They're all leading or Vanarama National North or South of various abilities. So still an area I'm lacking in. They want me to praise the recent form of Obafemi. I will go ahead and do that. He provided 2 of the assists to Cunningham in Cunningham's hat trick match against Newport County. Player recommend or coming to me via the Bristol City League 1 championship side goalkeeper. Listed for loan. I'm really not interested in signing a keeper right now. Moreno's really doing a good job. I'll have to get one maybe if Moreno went down injured, although I think the keeper he replaced probably is sufficient as a backup. Some matches going on, which means we're going to have yet another match in hand, I think. Oxford have conceded 2 goals. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, wow. Barrow got defeated by Guiseley. Oh, that's amazing. We don't have to face Barrow again. So we get to face Guiseley, which obviously, if they beat Barrow, that's a problem in and of itself, maybe. Are they doing well in the north? Oh, yeah, they're doing fairly well in the north. 4th in the north. But still, I would expect to beat them, given how, let's see. What, do we want to arrange extra time in the next round of the FA Trophy in order to force a result in the first leg? I think I will. I really don't want to get a replay. The fixture congestion that'll come with a replay if we were to draw away. I'll take the chance of beating them at home. Again, the FAT at this stage is not a big priority for me. Now, if we got through to the 4th round or something like that, then I'd push to win it. So Cheltenham got knocked out by a South-North team. Ebbsfleet beat Hythe Town. That's a lower league team. Yeah. Chippenham Town and Worcester City. That was old news for me. Okay, finish scouting. Again, looking for potential here. Well, we've got 100% scouting ability. He's only 21 years old, but I don't know anything about him other than his current ability. I have no clue of what his potential is, which I've been getting a few reports like this. 100% knowledge, but there's 7 areas left to assess. That doesn't sound like 100% to me. Maybe I have to combine reports? Nope. Nope. So we have 100% knowledge, but we don't know everything about him. Probably the same thing here. No, actually, we've got a good national right winger, leading current ability of North-South. He's a Somalian. So you can see my note-taking here for players that I've scouted. What is he? Winger, striker. I take these notes so that I don't have to keep dipping back into the actual note page. Next time that player shows up, he'll have a little asterisk next to him. I can just hover over and see whether what my scouts had said about him. Okay, start scouting later, start scouting O'Connor, and the field report. Field is our next match. Let's take a look and see how we fared against them in the past. 2 matches against them, both last year. Had a 0-0 draw and a 3-2 loss. So we'll be looking to pick up our first win against them. I believe it's a home match coming up. Scouting players update. Now I expect to get some answers to a couple coach adverts I have out, but I'm not seeing them. Let's see what the social media had to say about that last match we had against Oxford. It was a lot closer than it was expected to be. I haven't looked at this. Record attendance. Nichols did well today, given the circumstances. He's my left fullback. Somebody didn't like Ryder, I guess. Marsden, I thought actually had a good match. An outstanding goal from Michael Obafemi gave us a route back into the match. We just couldn't finish it off at the end. And, of course, Oxford fans expecting an easy victory. They did not get the easy victory, or maybe it was easy, but not as easy as they expected. How's that? And again, a bit of boost considering we played Oxford last year in the league round 1 of the FA Cup and got thrashed 4-0. So we had a 3-3 away draw this year. And, of course, the 2-1 loss to knock us out. Nothing to hang our heads about. Okay, so one of my recent graduates could improve a lot. Good marking, good positioning, could be retrained as a DM. Unambitious, doesn't look to further himself. Very well suited to north-south, which is on par with at least half a dozen of my starters. Competitive streak, which can occasionally lead to him bending the rules. He's only a 1-star, but 1 to 2-star potential, so probably not worth a contract. Let's take a quick look and see. He's unambitious and volatile. Sounds like it matches what it said there. Center back, he is not going to earn a contract. Scouting update, one of the goalkeepers or strikers I've had on my short list keeping an eye on has been signed by somebody else, not me. FC Halifax, who we have to face here in a couple matches, so we'll have to see if we made a good decision letting him go or if that's going to come back and bite us. My strikers are actually doing fairly well, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, face a difficult home match. Now, they are, I think, just ahead of me on the table, but then again, we have a couple matches ahead, so our under-18s drew against the Forest Green under-18s. Isaac Francis, once again, impressed. I'm not sure how. He only got a 6.3 match rating. Oh, no, he's coming back from his injury. It was Robert Robinson that stood out, who was the goal scorer with the 7.5. Now, I haven't seen that name a lot. He's one of my academy graduates, and that could be why I haven't seen his name a lot. He's got some leadership and not much else going for him. Some okay mental stats, but nothing spectacular. So, yeah. Francis coming back from injury. Let's take a look and see how he's done this year in all competitions. He's played in the under-23s and under-18s. He's gotten 2 goals and an assist total. So he was, I believe, one of my top grads. Notes. Yeah, he was our first season top graduate. So top academy graduate in the first season in charge. He's developed okay physically, but the pace just isn't coming up. He has still got 3.5 to 4-star potential. So he theoretically could be useful on the team. He just needs to develop that a little bit. Good teamwork, good work rate, good flair. He's a center mid false 9 type. Good first touch. Okay composure for a youngster. How old is he now? 19 now, I presume. Where's his age here? 17 years old, so he's even... Yeah, he could actually still develop into something useful, and he's listed for loan, so perhaps he can get some time on a first team basis with somebody. Another player with a contract available, 1-star current ability as a, but he's a left winger, which we don't have a lot of. Very well suited north-south, so about the same as most of my players. He is injury susceptible, but he's got a lot going for him over here. Balanced, normal, professional, consistent, fast, brave, multi-talented position-wise, and has made some improvements. So let's take a look at his attributes real quick. Pretty good old, actually. Good pace, good fitness, acceleration, agility, good crossing. Actually, you know what? This guy's going to get a contract because I really need some help in the left wing position, and if he can develop into something. Can I get him a tutor? Yes, I can. Ferguson or Cunningham. Let's see which one I want to tutor him. So Ferguson is professional, level-headed professional. And Cunningham is balanced, media friendly. So of the two, it would. Ferguson also has a higher composure, I think. So I think I'm going to have Ferguson tutor him, and I'm going to give him a contract. Yeah, higher composure, leadership decisions. Yep, Ferguson, come on in. Okay, and again, I'm going to go ahead and give him a contract as a hot prospect. Yes, part-time. We'll give him we're going to give him a 3-year contract. If nothing else, maybe I can develop him into something that can I can later sell on. I'm going to give him a small wage rise as well, since it's a 5-year contract, a 3-year contract, I mean. And he likes it, 45 with a 5% pay raise bonus. And hopefully he'll develop into a left winger that we're sadly missing. And there we go. He is now turned professional. I don't know how you turn professional for a team that's only a semi-pro, but hey, semantics, right? Field is in 8th place right now. That's right, they're the one that's highest up on the table of our next 4. But again, 2 matches in hand doesn't mean anything. They're only 4 points ahead of us right now. So we're going to try to pick up 3. Oh, and it looks like some of the matches already played. Because today's Saturday, yeah, we play a lot of our matches, home matches, on off days because of the stadium share. So with that said, that drops us down to 16th. However, that's 16th with 3 games in hand on most teams, so enough to actually move us ahead of Halifax into 6th place. But we have a couple teams in here that, well, you know, we'd be ahead of all of them. They have 1 game in hand. We really need to push for some 9 points here to jump us up to 6th. If we manage that in our next 2 matches, because these 2 should catch us up to 23 matches at least. Well, obviously it'll catch us up to 23, but that'll just leave us with 1. Whoa! Oh, goalkeeper advert. I was going to say somebody wants my job. I missed the first one. So we have 3 players answering. 3 players. We have a bunch of coaches answering the goalkeeper advert, and there's a couple good ones here. I'm going to leave this. You know what? I'm going to stop the advert. I'm not going to sign anybody yet because I also have an advert out for a fitness coach, and I'm going to take the best of the applicants for the 2 jobs because I can only hire 1 more coach. So I'm going to leave that there, and then our fitness coach advert should be answered maybe right after this match, since both adverts were placed at the same time. For those that haven't seen this series before, first of all, apologies because this is rambled. Normally I have simmed up to this match, but I left for work early this morning right after that FA Cup loss. So I had not had time and forgot to check. But for those new, the only way I pull in coaches is via either recommendation from my staff, existing coaches on my staff, or through the advert system. Same thing with new players, only those that come to me through my scout reports and or coaching staff recommendations. So there's a lot of players out there I probably know of, but will because they've not come to through the scouting system yet. They can't. I won't sign them. Just a little house rule I play. I figure I have scouts, let them do their job. I have staff, let them do their job. And that makes it a little more challenging, especially in these forum challenges. However, makes it a little bit more fun too. A little bit more challenge is always fun. Also means I've never completed these challenges, but hey, what the heck. Formation. It is a home match. I'm going to... Oh, wait. I don't have Carvalho back. So, okay, yep. We're going to do this. We're going to go to our wide formation. We're going to get Gilmore out there. We're going to put Obafemi up top. We're going to put Cunningham out there on the left. And then we have two defensive mids available here, Deeney and Raymond. Oops, that's not Deeney. Where'd Deeney go? Okay, that leaves me with the midfield spot to fill. Ferguson. I think I'll leave it with Ferguson. That'll leave me with Saunders on the bench, Gator on the bench, Martin on the bench, Brown. Okay, so let's put Evans on the bench in place of Hotchkiss. Okay, finally, match day. Let me give it a quick save, just against the case of an accident here. And off we finally go to match 22 for us, if I remember correctly. Been talking about it all day, and I can't remember. Trying to pick up some points on the games we have free and move up the table. If we finish the midpoint of the season with, say, a top 8 spot on the table, I'm going to try to push the board into going pro. They haven't done it yet. First time was they didn't trust me enough. That was back in season 1, right after new board took over. Second time I tried it, I forget what their excuse was. It was something different than the last time I tried it. It was, again, they don't trust me enough. Now having a really good run of form, and again, if I get the 6 points up to top 10 spot, I'm going to try to push for it again. We can move up to 12th with a win here. 31 points and a goal differential. We'd have to get a win by 3 or more to overtake Salford. So 12th and 13th with a win here. Then a win in the next match would put us on 34 points, which would put us these next 2 matches. That will put us at the midpoint in 7th spot. They can't trust me after all this time and are not going to get into League 2 maybe. They're coming at us with a standard 4-4-2, which is not something we've seen a lot of this season. Coming back from an injury, so maybe not in full fitness. And we're underdogs. Go out there and impress everybody. Sounds you. And somebody really likes my team talk. Who is that? Brian Gilmore, the right winger, looks extremely delighted. He's probably delighted that he's getting another start. He's been pushing for more starts, and he's been getting them. Last 5 games, Gilmore only with a 6.64, however. He's probably one of the weaker links other than Nichols with only a 6 fullbacks. passing and crossing are slightly overvalued when they do the match ratings, I think. But having said that, we're terrible at crossing. Nothing I can do with it. I'm not going to change any of my standard tactics, so let's go ahead and have ourselves a match. Okay, on match. This 100 people last season and a whole lot in a nearly empty stadium. Okay, they're in their pumpkin. Right to left, we're in the blue. And Ferguson putting pressure on the player just returning from injury early. And then foul given to the opposition striker, Buckley Ricketts, last season, I'm pretty sure. Now, 70. So part of that, I'm sure, is the fitness coach, and they might have had a second replay maybe. Their match scheduling was, but we've got a bit of a fitness boost here to our team, and here it is on the left flank coming down. Raymond gets across. One of the two anchormen, or one of the two DMs, comes across, makes a good tackle on that quick break. Then Raymond with another tackle wins the ball, gets the ball upfield to Obafemi. Obafemi back to Gilmore, the winger, into Ferguson. Deeney, Ferguson again, getting pressure, sends it all the way back to Moreno, the keeper. Ball forward. Out wide to Cunningham, who's playing on that left wing because I really don't have a true left winger. He's done good in that position for. So I'm not too uncomfortable. Ferguson, good tackle, gets the ball back across midfield. Linesman says was offsides. I don't know about that. Let's back it up. Yeah, he was offside. Good. They have, I have to say, they have more good calls than bad when I go back to bad ones, and a couple bad misses too. Players 2 or 3 yards off sides and no linesman flag, but since the linesmen and refs make mistakes in real life as well. Raymond Gilmore into Ferguson, up to Obafemi, taken down, no foul given. Burke nods across midfield yet again. Then back to the near side fullback, headed out by Deeney, back to midfield in the center circle. On, force out of our half here. And then a missed tackle on this near side. Field enjoying a superiority in interception in midfield. Gilmore picks up the ball, however. Marsden, long ball for Gilmore in the box. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson couldn't get a shot. Deeney out wide toward Cunningham. Can't keep possession. Nichols back to Ferguson. Gilmore again. Sends it back to Marsden, the fullback. Then goes all the way back to the center back. All the way back to Moreno, as we're unable to get anything set up in the opposition half. At the far side. And we earn a throw-in. Ham up toward Nichols, who overlapped. Squared. Again, Gilmore, and then Gilmore crosses midfield a couple times. From that. See the strikers do that much. And again, he is he can AMC, but he's got some skill in that wing position as well. Maybe not a lot, certainly not as much as I left wingers that wanted to sign for me. So missed. So scuffling through, and the left wing completely missed a virtually empty. The corner is conceded. Gets the ball back across midfield. Long ball out to Gilmore. Cuts inside with it to Femi. Striker roll right. Good interception. A throw-in far side. Back to Nichols. Center to and again. Ball to Obafemi, and Obafemi's offside. Back by or across midfield. Marsden intercepted, but he's intercepted in return. Burke, we can't get out of our half again. Long ball out. So it's not on these occasions. Moreno missed tackle by Nichols, and then him on that far sideline, the fullback. Raymond nods it forward. Doesn't. Back across midfield. Cunningham, long ball forward. There's a player down. Strain. Ouch. Not subbed off yet. Ryder, good tackle. Deeney wins that header, but his back clears out wide, and it's a cross into the box, and a header goes wide. First shot of the match, 15 minutes in, goes to field, and it's off of a free kick that goes wide. Deeney, Gilmore, back wide to Marsden, into Deeney again. Ferguson, out wide toward Cunningham. Cunningham can't get there. Deeney misses a header. Nichols. Burke with a good header upfield, but it's intercepted by Field. Near side, good tackle. Center back, I believe that was Ryder with that. And the pass gets picked off on the far sideline. Cunningham with a good tackle prevents that cross from getting off, but it is another throw into Ferguson. Good me by just a hair. Ferguson again. Obafemi to Gilmore. The winger Deeney, good tackle, but can't keep his feet and keep possession. Marsden sends the ball back to Moreno. Gilmore looks like he got a little shove in the back. Goes unpunished. Comes out near sideline. Marsden, good tackle, blocked out for a throw-in. So 1 point would see us up to 14th here. Climb of 2 spots from where we started the match. Back to Moreno. Moreno toward Obafemi. Obafemi can't get there. Deeney nods it forward. Once again, Obafemi can't get there. The rain is coming down harder. Cold enough for the snow or sleet. Free kick goes out to Cunningham. Nichols into Ferguson. Gilmore, offsides. Gilmore in a great spot, but he got there because he was offside. Burke with another aerial challenge one. Finds Ferguson, then Obafemi. Deeney, Ferguson again. Pass toward makes an interception of zone. Passes it back to Ryder. Up to Deeney, Ferguson. So here approaching possession advantage the entire game by either. The free kick from Field. Not on target. 58%. Now, weather might have something to do with it, but we still have to be doing better. Obafemi is offsides again. That is our 4th offsides. That's not good. 12. Cross. The headers 12 of 21. 60%, so fairly even there. It's a fairly even match, as evidenced by the scoreline. Like to create some. We just can't get anything going offensively again. Cut Obafemi, Dini out wide to Nichols. Out wide to Marsden, back into Raymond and Ferguson and Cunningham. Feeney couldn't get on the end of that. Ball comes back. Burke sends it back to Moreno. Moreno, oh, bad. Moreno undershot Burke. Pass went behind him, intercepted by Field, but we eventually clear it out. Could have been dangerous, though. Feeney gets it to the corner flag. Gets to the end line, gets across in. It's intercepted, then passed back to the keeper. Nobody really in a position to make a play on that cross. Gilmore, near side, loses ball. And missed header. Raymond comes back, cleans up with a tackle. Burke to Nichols to Ferguson. Dini, and across midfield we go again. Oh, come on. Okay, we need to. Since they, let's go ahead. Get it. Try to get it. Top when they're moving forward to try to give us the offside. We'll see if that can shake things up a little bit. Ball goes back to the center circle, out wide on the far side now. And there is a good tackle. Into the center. Down. Dini with the into Dini. Ferguson to Gilmore, sends it back to Raymond and Dini again. The two DMs teaming up, and then cutting. It'll be a free kick just out of shooting range, I think. Ball back out wide to Nichols, and Ferguson got into a shooting position. Good build up that time. Had 4 or 5 different players involved in that build up. And that's actually one of our few. And I don't that spot. Gilmore with the header out wide. So we've now completed 1 of 3 crosses. 3%, I'd be happy, but we just haven't been that good of a. To Ferguson back to the good interception of his own, but he sends the ball, drifts wide, and concedes. Long ball forward, picked up by the striker, sets to the wing, back to the center circle. Dini with the interception, like he pulled up. Ferguson. Nichols. That was a shot. It was a very weak shot. It did register as a shot, and it was blocked. Dini, I would have expected him to do a little bit better. Another cross comes in and cleared out behind. Well, it says we haven't. Only one of wasn't across it. Cunningham into Raymond. Into Cunningham. It was blocked out. It didn't register as a shot. Nichols throwing ball forward. Raymond nods it back across midfield. And ball goes all the way back to the far side fullback for Field. Nichols with the interception gets a with it, and then he loses. Nobody there in support that time. Long ball forward, nodded back up. Marsden, great sliding tackle, sends the ball all the way across midfield again, where it's picked up by Field and sent back into our half. Raymond with a good tackle, sends it wide to Cunningham. Cunningham miscontrols it, but picks it back up, gets it to Obafemi. Ferguson, Obafemi again. Obafemi loses it, and then Deeney, no, Burke, guilty of a... It'll be a free kick. Intercepted, long ball up the far sideline. Ferguson picks up the loose ball. Raymond, Gilmore loses ball to Ferguson, who managed to keep out wide to Nichols. Deeney, Ferguson again, Deeney again, up to Cunningham, who is in position. Cunningham. Back up to Cunningham, who's all the way in the center of the field from that wing spot. And that near side, 30. Can't quite keep possession, comes out near sideline. Gilmore comes back, slows up the count. Interception, short pass back to the keeper. Can't get to it. That's Field that picks it back up, keeps it inside our half. Good pressure by on the midfield. Raymond, long ball. Header flicked on, nobody there. Picked back up by Field. Back long ball. This Field. Marsden keep. Cross goes toward the center of the field. Back push back toward the center circle. Long. Get on the end of it. Comes in, Moreno is there. So 2 shots apiece through almost 40 minutes of play. Pretty boring match. Mostly play. Our passing is much better. 200 of 274. Ooh. And of a letdown by the defense there. So yeah, 200 of 276 passes, 72%. 203 of 277 for them. And like I said, they started the match in 8th place, so what we're looking at, if the teams were equal in ability, then that would put us around 8th place, which is where I'm hoping to end here in a couple matches at the midway point. Marsden, ball forward, intercepted. Marsden to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Deeney. Deeney. Raymond up to Deeney. Ball forward, Obafemi and Cunningham both in the area. Neither of them can get to it. Now ball to Obafemi. Sends it back to Raymond. Up to Ferguson. On this defense, unable. But then again, same can be said on. Ball's out of play, throwing. Just over 3 minutes left of the first half. Good interception by Raymond. Got the ball to Obafemi. Obafemi's pass got blocked. Gilmore gets on the end of it. Sends it back to Marsden. Moreno, long ball forward. Gilmore can't get there. Raymond with the interception, but on the far side. Edwards picked back up by Field. Deeney, good tackle now. Up to Obafemi, keeps possession, gets it across to Deeney, squared to Raymond, ball forward, Obafemi flicked on, Ferguson not fast forward there. Self conceded. Just under 2 minutes left of the first half, plus maybe 2 minutes of stoppage time. There was an injury. So maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Cross gets blocked out wide. It'll be another throw-in. Ferguson. Get time to get people forward. Keeper ball forward. Cunningham flicks on along the sideline and then pass back to the keeper by forced by Obafemi's charge. Goes behind and it is a corner kick. Only our match as well. Obafemi loses possession. Burke picks up the loose ball. Raymond to Ferguson. Out wide to Gilmore. Somehow keeps possession. Almost let it get away from him. Gets it to Deeney, to Nichols, to Deeney. Back out wide to Cunningham. Cut inside. Raymond out wide near side. Marsden's cross gets blocked. And it is a throw-in. And we now... Marsden's going to get a long throw into the box. Burke is there at the near corner, but the keeper gets above him and grabs it. 2 minutes. Into the second minute of it already, actually. Long clearance. Marsden picks it up. Raymond, Gilmore. Marsden can't get there. Long ball upfield by Field. Cleared out. It will be a throw-in near side. And that will be about it for the half. Okay. So, not much going on in the first half. Somewhat simple with the... I believe you can do a little bit better. I have faith. People like that. Look at all these +9 changes here. So everybody like that except for the strikers. Now, we're going to go ahead and do a formation change because that's what I do. Because sometimes when formation changes worked wonders. Now, that's going to put Cunningham and Obafemi in as strikers. Gilmore will keep in on the right side, Deeney on the left side. I'm not going to actually make any player change. Martin will Saunders on the bench. If okay, these two are backwards. Let's change these around because that's how formation. Cunningham on the right. Left. That's how the formation got that backwards, and I don't know take any chances. Second half, hopefully we can do something a little bit better. Now, from 2,800 in attendance, we get 453. That's still 78 away, means only 350. At least or thereabouts last match for the FA Cup. So we know they're out there. They just won't come on these league match days, despite the 24th. It would appear between 7th and 14th. Okay, let's see if our formation change. 3 subs to start the second half. No formation change for them, but let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. But they're out of subs already. And they've got people, look at this, there's 2 center backs we should be able to take advantage of. They're going to finish the match on like a 40 fitness condition, and their strike can take advantage of that. Balls run out of play. It'll be a throw in near side. Nichols to Ferguson. Ferguson to Deeney to Gilmore. Long ball forward, can't find Cunningham. Forward intercept. Gilmore again. Deeney. Wide. Marsden gets a... Nope, doesn't get a cross and sends it to Gilmore. Up to Deeney again. Raymond out wide to Marsden again. That time he gets a cross off, and it's cleared out wide for a long throw. Look for Burke here at the corner. Nope. Loose ball. Marsden squares it toward Obafemi, but it's intercepted and hoofed wide. Keeper got out there and got to it. Oh, there was a advantage allowed to be played. Cunningham to Marsden. So this half with this formation, we're getting a lot more play in the opposition. Which will mean a suspension. Sometimes it just comes out flat, and a change to this format to provide a bit of a spark. Field winner after after that cross gets cleared behind Deeney with the clearance. It's a throw-in near sideline. Long throw, and then Deeney guilty of a foul. Looks like the ref's going to get a little bit more yellows here. 7 minutes into the second half. Ball picked up by Field. Then Deeney with a good tackle. Clearance toward Obafemi. Obafemi can't win it. Comes back across. Nichols up to Ferguson. Out to Obafemi. Long ball forward toward the corner of the 18, and it's cleared out. It'll be a throw in this near sideline. Cross that got deflected behind. I didn't see the deflection. It looked like he kicked that straight into the side net. Burke not quite. Marsden more trip. Not going to give him a flag. Box cleared out. Marsden picks up the loose ball. Marsden forced backwards, and sends it all the way back to Moreno. And out of the box. Hoof forward. Far side. Into the near sideline. Cross into the center. Burke with the clearance. Doesn't go too far before it's picked up by Field. And fell back to a Field player. Long ball toward the corner of the box. What's that ball? Okay, Deeney. Oh. To point at him, too. Okay, you come for Deeney. My first ball toward the near sideline on the free kick. Overlapping run by the fullback. Cook gets to the end of that pass. Ryder clears out a dangerous cross. That player was offsides. That should not have been. By Burke, falls to Marsden, who clears it, but still doesn't go far. And the cross comes back in more. Nichols up to Martin. Martin to Gilmore. Ferguson. Martin again. Squares it to Gilmore. Long ball forward toward the box. Ferguson. Ball cleared out wide. Marsden, great tackle. Gilmore to Ferguson. Squares to Martin. Back. Martin's pass forward, blocked. Picks up the loose ball and then sends it all the way back to keeper. Keeper finds Raymond. Gilmore out wide. Nichols toward the corner of the 18. Can't get the cross off. It's cleared back across midfield. Cook is well offsides there. This cuffs a shot wide. You tell me that Cook wasn't offside there. There's Cook. It's onside. And you can't see him from here, but no, that wasn't the pass. He is way offside there. Oh, come on, linesman. Didn't play by Cook. Well, when you're a yard offside, you've got plenty of space. Raymond, Ferguson, Gilmore, into Martin. I was talking about one, or again, they're more often right than not when sneaks by like that. Ball back into the inside. Okay, we're starting to see this right fullback really doing a lot of overlapping runs. So this right side fullback is going to get closed down, treated just like a winger. Long ball into the box. Ferguson forces a pass back to Marsden. Marsden long ball forward toward Cunningham. Forces a pass back to the keeper. Burke. Obafemi can't get on the end of the header. Long ball forward. Nichols with the interception. His pass forward gets intercepted. Ferguson loses the ball. Yeah, forward nearly as much as this right side fullback. Here he comes again. Here's the fullback. Nichols with the good interception. Obafemi, Raymond, Gilmore, Martin again. Long ball forward. Okay, we're going to make a change again, taking into account are starting to tire out. We're See if we can. One fullback well out of position, getting forward. The left side fullback not center backs forward and backward. Maybe we can create something up front. Gilmore. Raymond to Martin out wide to Gilmore. Up along the line to Marsden. Marsden gets a cross in and it's deflected behind. And this is what I'm talking about. One conditioning. One of the midfield is also low on conditioning. And another cross comes in. So 2 corners in quick succession. Keeper comes out and grabs that one. Conditioning is starting to get down, but and so we're in better shape overall. Martin to Ferguson. Raymond. Martin. Ferguson. Long ball forward. Obafemi got there and that into the side net. And then a long shot, not too tall, not too high over the net that time. Ferguson's quite capable of hitting the net from 35, 40 yards on shots like that. That time just a little bit more luck for it to go in, or at least on target. Nichols gets a throw into Raymond. Long ball forward, intercepted. It down, finds Cunningham. Cunningham in space, loses possession at the corner of the 18. Long ball forward by Field, and it's out. Raymond. Gilmore finds Obafemi in space, squares it. Cunningham. It wasn't on target. The keeper. I thought the keeper had to parry it, but certainly going to be on target. Nice setup, nice play by Obafemi to pick out Cunningham, his strike partner. Those two. Cunningham's 3 goals in the FAT match on plays just like that. So those two are really clicking together. Nichols to Mark. And Gilmore, long ball over the top. Here it goes again. Nope, Obafemi can't quite chase that one down. Okay, I need to make another sub, and it actually looks like Burke. But I think, yeah. We'll put Gator in. Burke, my high pitch as much as he can be, but he has put in a lot of time, so he'll get a break here. Gator's more than up to the task, I'm sure. Raymond cross into the box. Keeper comes out, 6-yard line, grabs that. How are we doing on crossing? 2 of 19 now. That's about par for the course, right around 20%. Intercepted. Gilmore now picks out Obafemi. Obafemi couldn't quite control it and keep it going forward. Burke to Nichols. Nichols to Raymond. Loses possession midway. And then Martin guilty of a foul. Is it? Ref saw something. Cross in. Back to the center. Full back. So coming in. It'll be a corner, 3rd for Field. And there's a header on target, but Moreno right spot on. Tackle, but loses possession immediately. Good interception. Finds Obafemi. Obafemi intercepted. I thought Cunningham was offside that second effort, but Martin, Gilmore, Ferguson, Cunningham, back to Gilmore, out toward Cunningham, running toward the corner of the 18, intercepted, and back upfield, near side, switch side, a little through pass, yeah, Nichols, ball forward toward the field, cross comes deflected behind. It'll be another corner for Field. Cleared out by. I originally signed him last season. It was to shore up my aerial, and he certainly does that. Burke was signed to shore up my basic defense because we were dead last in a lot of, or near last in a lot of the defensive categories if you compare us to the rest of the league. But yes, Cunningham. The corner kick earned. Okay, last sub with 15 minutes. And it will be Evans, I think. 9 for Cunningham. Where's Ferguson? Ferguson's at 66. On for Ferguson. We're going to be running into a lot of this issue here in December, as December's extra rounds. Corner coming in. Evans is out on the pitch now, and Ferguson is leaving. 6'9", 6'8", 6'8" for our 3 subs. I wonder what his 3. So getting out. Ooh, a little bit of hustle by one of my players there would have been useful to win that ball back. Got the other. Seen that too much. A trend here as we finish out the match. I might have to give him some marking instructions as well. Cuts inside. Back to Gil. Or again, his pass. Long ball forward. Cleared. Just hoof clear by Moreno. He could have picked that up and slowed it down, but doesn't. That cross bounces off the back of my fullback, I think that was, and then cleared out eventually, passed back to the field. Cleared up field. Time. Once again picked up by Field, however, and then we earn a throw in at the near side. Inside our half, Nichols to Martin. Martin to Nichols. Nichols, long ball forward, intercepted. Okay. I didn't realize we weren't there. Ball out wide, far sideline. Pressure, Marsden, good tackle. Yellow card, but he's generally not doing too bad this match. He's flown against him, but not that many. Ball, goal kick to Nichols. Nichols ball forward, intercepted right at midfield. Then Nichols with an interception of his own. Martin, great interception, but his header forward. Gator, good interception, long ball forward, and it goes out wide. Once again, thrown about the same spot. Who's going to break the deadlock here? Now, here in a throw-in as that ball gets misplayed behind the striker, or winger, I mean. Raymond, long ball forward. Obafemi was making that run, and it's another throw-in. Yeah, now they're just starting to hoof it clear here as they get worn down. Long ball forward into the box, but Obafemi was running. Pass went behind him. Raymond, another good hit. Accepted out near sideline. Good tackle, but they get a cross off anyway. Moreno's out there to grab it. Sends it wide to Nichols into Martin. Evans crosses midfield, gets Obafemi in space, and then center back tracks back and gets tackle in before he. Obafemi cleared out. Gilmore finally gets some hustle and wins that ball. Gilmore pass gets intercepted, long ball forward, and he's offside. Finally, the linesmen were full match rating. That's why either. I'll have to take a look at his stats in specific. I know he's missed the target a couple times, but I didn't think. You know what? That wasn't even Ferguson. That was that wasn't even Cunningham. That was Ferguson I'm thinking of with the missed shot. So rating. Raymond, good tackle, goes out wide. We got just over 6. Gator, Gilmore, neither team looked like breaking the deadlock at this moment. Obafemi tripped up. Now we get a free kick. This is right at the edge of shooting range for Gilmore. To post. Corner comes in, cleared out wide. So he has scored 1 or 2 for us this season. Long ball in. Gator couldn't get there. And then Gilmore with a shot that goes, a foot or so over the bar from 25 yards or so. Picks up the loose ball. Martin nods it wide. And it's a throw-in. Martin with the interception. Can't quite pick out Obafemi. And then we earn another throw-in. 4 minutes to go. Last couple minutes, we've had the better of the chances. Obafemi's in space. Another corner to Chippenham. Nice little chip from behind. Great job winning the ball in the opposition third. And then out, and it's a throw-in from the near side 18-yard mark. Ooh. Loses possession and then trips a player up, trying to win it back and earning a yellow card for that. Martin's been a pretty solid player. I think I signed him this season. Ricketts this time with the foul. And a frustration foul, and earns him a yellow card. So getting a little chippy here at the end. Moreno free kick out wide to Nichols. Gator, ball forward, intercepted. Long ball forward. Nichols is back with the interception. Track toward the corner flag. And there was a striker there. And he then passed back to the keeper. Good. Getting back in time to keep Obafemi from getting a shot off. Thank the of play because they're taking too long to get control of the ball and start forward on some of these passes. Gilmore chip over the top again. Gilmore can't get there, but Evans, Evans didn't win that one. 2 minutes of stoppage time. We are into it now. Raymond, Martin, Gilmore. Ref foul there. Nichols. Ball forward finds Gilmore to Martin. Up to Evans. Evans, Cunningham. Cunningham out wide to Marsden. Let's see if we can do something here. Cross comes in, cleared out. Martin picks it up. Gilmore, Raymond, Evans. Evans, side 2-on-2. Runs it out for a throw on far sideline. Under minute to play. Doesn't really look like we're going to end the stalemate here by either team. Ooh, good interception by Gator right at the edge of the... Missed that, and there was a couple orange shirts in the way. No shot allowed, however. And that's it. Okay, 0-0. And had a couple chances from both teams. Everybody predicted us to lose this, so good. Rob Evans seems to lose focus when I praise the defense. I'm going to praise the midfield too. Did a decent job trying to create something. It was the strikers that didn't say anything. Look, Cunningham. Why did he get such a low match rating? Let's take a look. Chippenham stats. Cunningham, 33 of 44 passing, 1 key pass, 1 cross, none completed there. That's not unusual. He's made 7 tackles as a striker and or winger because he did play the wing position for a bit. 7 tackles, 1 4 of 8 headers, 1 soft sides, 1 shot not on target. He took 1 throw-in when he was playing a winger, and he had 1 attacking free kick. I have no idea why he ended up. That makes sense. Did he make a lot of mistakes when he was? Let's take a look. Well, let's take a look at Cunningham in particular. This is going to be off. The heat map is going to be off because he did play as the wing, so that's really not useful. Neither's average possession stats for him. Gained possession out on that left wing a couple times. Lost possession. Most of these are going to be passes, though. Nothing in a. He had 96 total touches. That's really not going to be used. Cunningham, none. So I have no idea why he only earned a 6-1. One scoring chance. He had a clear cut. Oh, this was the square pass, and look at that again from a different angle. Oops. Anyway, here into 6-1. I don't know why. 0-0. Okay, the draw, the 1 point moves us up at least to 14th. We still have 2 matches in hand on most, which is still good enough for 7th place. On target on 7 attempts, 2 shots on target for field on 6 attempts. Chippenham will be the happier set of supporters. I don't know about that. Possession, good. Key man, Chippenham. Evans off the bench, didn't play too much of an effect there. Medja, who was I'm not sure what position he played even, to be honest. I didn't see his name too often. Player of the match was one of their defenders. 3 bookings for us. Marsden is going to miss a match because of his booking. And that's about it. Milestones. Oh, Moreno with his 25th appearance for 5th appearance. Not bad. Let us I don't want to pause. Are we still in that's why. So we can still see this goal here. Let's take a look at it from the behind goal view. So this is that Cunningham shot wide. Well, we have a problem here. Houston, we have a problem. I can't. Can I leave the match? Do that. We have a problem. I can't even save the game. Okay, there we go. We can just get out of the match that way. Okay, so one point. Still 2 matches in hand. Again, enough to put us up to 7th if we can get the points. Next match up will be the... it didn't register that as a completed match either. We might have a little bit of a glitch here. Next match is Thursday against Whitehawk, who are in 18th place. They're also a team, I believe, just up from... Let me see if I can continue. Yes, we can. Whitehawk, I believe, are a team just up from the south. There we go. We hold on for a draw. Vanderheid out on loan. Update for his match. Didn't play well again. You wonder why he didn't break into the first team on our side. So let's go back to schedule. There we go. There's the draw. And Whitehawk, once again, in 18th. They're next up. They just came up from the south last season, so a match that we might be able to win. And if we take a look at our meetings against them, we met them in the south twice. We had a 4-2 win and a 0-0 draw in our inaugural season. We met them in the FA Cup a couple times, had a 0-0 draw before an away win for the replay. That was last season. And then earlier this season, we lost them 1-0. So hopefully we're going to make that up. Again, we're doing better than they are in the league, so I'm hoping we can get a result against them. We will have to wait and see, but that will be next match. So that will be at the end of this match. 0-0 draw, still in somewhere between 7th and 14th, depending on how our matches in hand go. Still have a shot at a really strong first half of the season. Worst it can be is mid-table, obviously, since that's where we are now. And we can be in a top 10 easily here at the midpoint of the season, depending on how this next result goes, which will be our 23rd match. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining, and I will see you on the next match versus Whitehawk. Have a great evening, everybody.